Welcome to Antonia Blanca's kitchen. Buenos dias. Here at liftingmeup.com, we like to show you with recipes every now and then. In the past, I've shown you how to make sofrito, which is a recipe that we use as a base for a lot of different recipes to give flavor, the Latino flavor that we love. Today I'm going to show you how to make that same thing, except through a vlog, where you can see me make it by hand. We're going to use the essential tool for this recipe, which is a food processor. You need this so that it can process the food into small pieces. Normally, I use my Cuisinart large food processor. However, it's not cooperating with me today, so I'm going to go ahead and use my smaller one. It's also by Cuisinart. It comes with my blender. It's about half of the size, so I'm going to be making half of the recipe. So what I'm going to be doing is having the ingredients. What we need to use for a full-size recipe is 3 Roma tomatoes cut in half. So today we're going to use 1.5. Here I have 3. You're going to have the recipe written beneath this post. So 3 Roma tomatoes cut in half for a full recipe. 1 white onion in quarters. 1 red bell pepper, cored and seeded. We don't need the seeds and we remove the middle. 1 green bell pepper the same way. 2 bunches of cilantro and parsley, and about 10 to 12 garlics chopped up. I use the type that already comes chopped. It makes my life way easier and less messy, except for that. What we do is we start with the tomatoes. We put in the tomatoes into the Cuisinart, into the food processor. We put the lid on.
Oh, how about the last one?
We're not going to use the last one, sweetie. We're just going to use these so that we can make a small amount today.
Why aren't you going to use that one?
Because it's too much.
Oh, wait.
Okay, and we turn on the food processor.
There's 1 more, there's 3 more.
Next we add half of the onions, so 2/4 of the onions. We open up the lid on top of the food processor and we pour it in. We close it back up. Remember, the food processor is very noisy, so if you have little ones like I do, they might jump a couple of feet. I'm going to stop the food processor for a minute just to make sure that it's actually blending properly. Right now the onion, a piece of it is getting stuck, so I'm going to go ahead and get a knife and separate it a little bit. My son wants to know when he comes back. Not yet. We're just going to chop up the onion a little bit. Give room to crush some more. Yes, that's right, sweetie. Chop up the onion.
Action 3. But I need to say action that. I need to say action that time too.
Okay, you can say action.
Yeah, but I need to say the other.
Here we go. Again, we're going to check the food. Cut them up a little bit so that they get sliced in more. Sometimes they get stuck. It works better with the bigger one, in my honest opinion, but like I said, mine wasn't cooperating today. The small ones are still good enough, but I prefer the bigger ones. Yes, honey?
I need the sister and Tater in this movie.
Okay. My son's very excited that we're making a movie, as you can hear.
Yeah, I always wanted to make the baby.
He always wanted to make a movie when he was a baby, he said. Here we go. See, everything's nice and chopped up, and it's like a sauce, like a salsa.
Yeah.
It's very similar, actually, to what they serve you at Tex-Mex and Mexican restaurants.
And it seems like we're making a salad, but we're not.
Right. All right, and now we're putting in the cilantro.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it looks like.
I'm going to put half of that in. That's my assistant talking to you guys.
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you my assistant?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm... on it.
Okay, good job. And now we need to put the parsley, half of the parsley, remember, only half, and a little bit more cilantro because I only got about a third of it before.
And don't take all of it.
No, not all of it because we only need half, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's a good thing for French, but hey, where did my answer go? Oh, there you are, silly the answer. Why did you do that to me?
Okie dokie. And that's a sofrito.
And
Usually,
now we need some noise.
okay, honey. Usually, when I make a whole batch, it makes me about 24 to 28 batches of 2 tablespoons in a little Ziploc baggie. The snack size Ziploc baggies. This would probably make me about 12 to 13 2 tablespoon baggies. The reason I pack them that way is I can freeze them neatly in the freezer. And I can just take them out whenever I need to for beans or for chicken or for steak, pork chops, whatever I use them in, even pasta sauce. And I use them as I need to give the flavoring. I fry them up or I stir them up or I season them up. And it just gives an extra flavor, an extra kick that tastes fantastic with anything you make it. You can keep it like this in the freezer, in the refrigerator, excuse me, for a couple of days and it'll stay well, but I recommend freezing them so they last you as long as you need. This is a good amount to make if you don't use it often or if you just prefer to make little bits at a time. I like to make a big batch because it's just easier for me to make it and it lasts me about a month. Tomorrow I'm going to make refried beans and I'm going to throw some of these in there, give them that kick that they need, and it's going to taste fantastic. Again, all you do with this now is you just open it up, you take them out in 2 tablespoon batches. See? Looks like salsa like I said. 2 tablespoon batches at a time. You put them in a snack size Ziploc baggie and you freeze them up. And then you take them out when you need them or you use it fresh if you need. Enjoy the sofrito, and I hope the recipe made sense. Thanks. Have a great day. Pura vida. Pasen bien.